A $1,200 car repair can tell you more about your credit card setup than any points calculator. That moment matters because credit card strategy does not happen in a spreadsheet. It happens when a real bill is in front of you, the payment terminal is waiting, and you have to choose a card in 2 seconds. This video is not about finding one perfect card for everyone. It is about building a practical system. A system that tells you what each card is for, when to ignore a card, when cashback is the cleaner answer, when travel points may make sense, and when the reward is not worth the risk. Before anything else, one rule controls the whole conversation. Rewards only make sense when you pay your statement balance in full and avoid interest. This is educational content, not financial advice. Always verify current card terms directly with the issuer before applying. Here is the problem. Most people do not lose rewards because they picked one bad card. They lose rewards because every checkout becomes a guess. The mechanic asks for payment, the doctor office sends a bill, the furniture store has a terminal, and the viewer pulls whatever card is on top. That is not a strategy. It is leakage. The goal is not to memorize every issuer rule in the world. The goal is to build a wallet map that works fast enough to use in real life. So today we are mapping 5 purchase roles: the catch-all role, the food role, the travel booking role, the big purchase role, and the recurring bill role. The examples in this video use named cards only as role examples. They are not approval guidance, not personalized recommendations, and not claims that one card is best for everyone. Annual fees, rewards, credits, transfer partners, portal rules, and card terms can change. Before publishing or applying, verify current details directly with the issuer. Section 1, the catch-all card, is the none of the above card. A strong wallet starts with a boring default card. Imagine 2 real bills, an $850 doctor bill and a $1,200 car repair. Neither one is obviously dining, groceries, hotels, or flights. These are the purchases where a catch-all role matters. A flat-rate cashback card can fit this role for some viewers because it gives random life a default answer. Citi Double Cash and Wells Fargo Active Cash are examples people often compare for this job, but current terms must be verified directly with Citi and Wells Fargo before publishing or applying. The wrong question is, which card has the most impressive marketing? The better question is, what job does this purchase need done? Sometimes that job is simple cash back. Sometimes it is travel earning. Sometimes it is purchase protection. Sometimes the right move is not to use a card because a fee, balance, or forced behavior would erase the value. Who should avoid leaning on this role? Anyone who is carrying a balance, anyone who would spend more to chase rewards, and anyone facing a merchant fee that is larger than the reward. Usable takeaway. Every wallet needs a default answer for purchases that do not fit a bonus category. Section 2. Food needs. 2 rules, not one. Groceries and restaurants sound similar, but issuers may define and reward them differently. Picture a viewer who spends $700 a month across supermarkets, takeout, coffee, and restaurants. A food specialist may make sense only if the viewer already spends heavily in those categories. The merchant coding works, the viewer pays in full, and any fee or credit system is worth it in their real life. American Express Gold can be an example for food-heavy users, but it is not a simple cashback card and it is not right for everyone. Current annual fee, categories, caps, credits, enrollment rules, and terms must be verified directly with American Express before publishing or applying. The food role needs 2 separate questions. First, is food actually a major category for this viewer? Second, does the card reward the merchants where the viewer really spends, not just the category label they imagine? Who should avoid this role? Someone who rarely spends in these categories, someone who will force extra restaurant or delivery spending, or someone who cannot naturally use the credits tied to a card. Usable takeaway. Use a food specialist only when food is a major real category and the card terms match the merchant behavior. Section 3. Travel purchases depend on booking method. A hotel is not just a hotel purchase. It is a portal versus direct decision. Imagine a $900 hotel booking. The viewer could book directly through Chase Travel, through Capital One Travel, or through another issuer portal. Portal earning and credits may look attractive, but direct booking can matter for price, cancellation rules, loyalty benefits, customer support, and the ability to solve problems when travel goes sideways. The wrong way to think about this is, which card earns the biggest looking number? The better way is, how am I booking this trip and what risk am I accepting? For some viewers, a starter travel card may fit a real travel behavior. For others, the extra portal complexity is not worth it yet. Travel points can be useful, but only when the viewer understands redemption friction, availability, transfer risk, and payment discipline. Who should avoid this role? Anyone who does not travel, anyone who wants simple cash value, anyone who may need flexible cancellation support that conflicts with portal booking, and anyone who might carry a balance. Usable takeaway. For hotels and flights, choose the card after deciding how the travel will be booked. Section 4. Big purchases are not automatically good rewards. Opportunities. Large charges create large mistakes when fees or interest enter the picture. Take a $1,500 furniture purchase. At a simple illustrative 2% reward rate, that is about $30 in rewards. If the merchant charges a 3% processing fee, the fee is about $45. In that example, the viewer paid $45 to earn $30. That is not optimization, that is bad math wearing a rewards costume. And if the balance is not paid in full, the reward logic breaks even faster. The big purchase role is not always use the card. It is check the whole equation. Can the balance be paid in full? Is there a processing fee? Does the card add any useful protection? Is the purchase amount pushing the viewer into behavior they would not choose without points? Who should avoid this role? Anyone using the purchase to justify debt, anyone who is paying a larger fee than the reward, and anyone whose decision changes only because a reward number looks exciting. Usable takeaway. For big purchases, check pay in full ability, processing fees, and protection benefits before chasing rewards. Section 5. Recurring charges need. A bill. Hub subscriptions are small individually but chaotic when scattered across old cards. Imagine 6 subscriptions totaling $210 a month. The reward difference may not be dramatic, but the organizational value matters. A bill hub makes it easier to spot price increases, cancel services, update cards after fraud or expiration, and avoid losing track of recurring charges. This role is not just about earning, it is about control. The viewer should know which card is handling subscriptions, utilities, software, phone bills, streaming, and any recurring charges that quietly keep going. Who should avoid overcomplicating this role? Someone with only 1 or 2 subscriptions may not need a separate card strategy. A simple default may be enough. Usable takeaway. Create a recurring charge lane so bills are easy to audit. Close. Now bring the system back to one action. Open last month of spending. Pick the top 10 purchases. Next to each one, write the card role that should have handled it and why. Do not start by asking which card is more exciting. Start by asking which role is missing and whether the card makes that role easier, safer, and more valuable after fees, credits, redemption friction, and real behavior. The callback to the hook is this. The right card is not the one that looks best in a thumbnail. It is the one that still makes sense when the mechanic, doctor office, hotel, airline, restaurant, grocery store, furniture store, or online checkout actually asks for payment. Next, build the full setup from zero so you know which roles to add first. Rewards only make sense when you pay your statement balance in full and avoid interest. This is educational content, not financial advice. Always verify current card terms directly with the issuer before applying.